She's coming.
I am coming.
She's full of margaritas today.
Don't tell. Everybody, this is Saturday video number 34.
Can't you tell by the smile on her face? She's not the designated driver today, let me tell you.
That's a true fact.
I was the designated driver. Wow, gee, they're strong, aren't they? Wow.
And I'm going to Dancing with the Stars tonight. Really?
Oh, yeah. They're going to love sitting next to you tonight. It's like fire breath. It's like, show me your margarita.
See, at least I keep it different. At least I change it up every week.
Is that salt around your ear?
He's so cheeky. Really? It's not.
Yeah, it's burning. It's burning.
We're starting off talking about health this week.
And Megan will have you believe that having half a dozen margaritas every Sunday will make you feel good and it'll get you
Look, we've been out for lunch. We've had a couple of drinks. It's not that tragic. We're playing it up way more than it needs to be played up. So Saturday video, let's talk about health and fitness. And I said it's not just about looking good on the inside, on the outside, it's about looking good on the inside as well.
Really?
You are such a pain.
Are there any questions?
Clearly he was the driver and not, joining in on the fun. Should we start again?
No. This is real life.
This is real life. Okay.
I bought the tequila!
Oprah's responsible for that, I'll have you know, because I didn't touch tequila until then. Well, I had, but, I had let it go. Okay. Anastasia said, okay, so we're talking about health and fitness and what that means to us because it's important in our life, isn't it? And, like I'm always saying, oh, let's get fit and let's do this and that. And a lot of people think that we're just talking about looking good. And yes, of course, I would like to lose a few kilos. Paul would like to lose a few kilos. I think that's a never-ending story. But realistically, on the inside is important too because it keeps your body young, keeps your heart pumping, it keeps everything going.
True. So we try and eat less red meat, even though we love steak. We try and eat less red meat.
Do we?
Yeah, I do. Like what did I have today? Tuna.
I don't know that we're desperately trying that.
Yeah, but I always watch out because
I had red meat today. You had fish.
Yeah, but I very frequently have fish when we go, and.
I think he's the drunk one, don't you, everyone?
No. I always
try. You drove me home.
Yeah, I try and keep the sport up, and then I get my blood pressures checked. I do a stress test with the cardiologist.
Anyway, let's get on to the questions. That's boring hearing about history. Yeah. Anastasia said, Megan, first of all, I'd like to say, now I've got someone's name coming up. You're awesome, she said. Oh, we like that. We like hearing that. Thank you, Anastasia. Okay. She said, how can I help my sister get over her insecurities? Sorry to look over to the side, but that's where the computer is. She's so upset, depressed and insecure about herself, and we are twins. And that's what hurts me the most, is to see her suffer like this. You know what? You cannot change anyone but yourself. That's the truth of the matter. And we can all see people we want to change and help all the time. Every day I see it, and so do you. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but I give up.
It's not about giving up. It's about the fact that people can only decide for themselves and you can only help yourself, realistically.
So we have people, like I have guys in the business that are looking for guidance and want help and they want a formula. Yeah. But they're very receptive to what we have to say and they take it on board and they work towards it because I don't have any other motivation except for them to succeed. But I couldn't go and grab someone and suggest to them a whole host of things unless they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
They've got to be...
So I can't make Paul do anything, he can't make me do anything, but just fortunately we both want to be healthy. Because you couldn't make me do anything and I couldn't make you do anything. That's the truth of the matter. So Anastasia, realistically, what you need to do is set an example. And you have got to be healthy and getting out there and doing all your stuff, and maybe your sister will watch and you can lead by example. What do you think? Because I don't think you can tell anyone anything at all.
Well,
really?
If she sees you doing well and healthy and enjoying your life and being positive, then maybe she might want a part of that too.
And she blames Anastasia whenever anything goes wrong. Well, you know what? That's just because she's a twin, probably. So just don't take that on board. Just keep going on and being you and doing the right thing.
Yeah, keep excelling. Keep going full bore. And maybe the penny will drop.
Yeah. Lynn Daniels said, how's my daily running going? Well, I have run every day this year for nearly 5 months, and I am impressed with myself, I have to say.
She is, and you know what? She's told me this every day. I've heard this story every day for 5 months.
Because when Sean said to me, let's run every day for 2012...
Sean hasn't done it.
I thought, yeah, even Sean hasn't done it.
Sean hasn't done it.
He got married that day, mind you.
That's
but
all
I
right.
thought, I don't want to run every day. Like, the thought of running every day to me was like mind-boggling. I couldn't even relate to it. But he put me on the spot on video and said, let's do it. And I'm
Had you had a margarita?
No. I was totally clean, free, sober.
Well, he got you.
He got me because, I don't know, I'm up for a challenge. So I have done it every day this year. Travelling, sick, sore throat, pyjamas, everything. Haven't I?
We should have the art room challenge.
To clean up the art room, because we're sitting in the art room right now, everyone, and I am doing that on Monday. Don't be painful, because I told you I was cleaning it up on Monday.
Sometimes when you have margaritas, you lose your sense of humour too.
Anyway, Lynn said, how's the daily running going? She wants to start. Okay, Zoe, we met a girl called Chanel in London who's been one of my YouTube and Facebook friends for a very long time, and we all caught up and we went out for lunch. She and Zoe sort of stepped aside and she said, oh, Zoe, how do you run, da da da. Zoe said, what I do is I just keep running even if I go really slowly. So Chanel took this on board. The other day, 1 year later, do you know what the email said? I just want to let you know that I can run 10 kilometres now.
It's good, isn't it?
I was blown away. I love that she had that commitment to do that, and she's proved to herself something she thought she couldn't do. And I understand that, you know, if you're a bit overweight, sometimes your joints don't cope with that, your knees, your back, whatever. So start by walking and gradually begin the running later on, you know, because you don't want to cause damage. Anyway, I was impressed. So, Lynn, it's a mental thing. You just have to commit to it. Commit on Facebook to me on the fitness challenge. If you need that, you know, commitment, like I like it because I put a photo up every day and I feel like I'd be letting you guys down if I didn't do it.
That's the truth.
Yeah, and me for that matter. Lisa Simpson. I wonder if that's Lisa Simpson from The Simpsons.
Excellent.
She said, she liked that we responded last week. Well, that is a pleasure because we like getting your questions, don't we? It's fun getting the questions. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't have everyone's questions.
We can do a video without questions.
She said, Gerard gave her a message that exercise should play a role in her life and I have to make more of a conscious effort. Can Paul and I give her some advice on how to ease her way into running? Well, just what I said before, slowly. Start with maybe...
Walking.
Yeah, and then maybe I like music in my ears. Maybe run for a song, walk for a song, run for a song, walk for a song, or run for one song, walk for 3 songs.
Swimming. Elliptical machine.
Yeah, but she's talking specifically about running, I think she wanted to do.
Well, you know what? You're not going to be able to run a marathon in 2 hours and 7 minutes first go. So
commit to the mile like I did. 1 mile.
The small steps.
1 mile, even if you're slow. Okay, so when I was sick and I wore my pyjamas and I had a sore throat, I was doing it in like 11 minutes. And that was like super easy.
And the best time?
7:46 so far. I'm aiming for sub 7:30 at the moment. I want to get less than 7:30. I think I can do that. I'm sure I can do that because I'm just building back up to it now and I'm finding I'm very close to that. But just go slowly. I think that's a trick. Wear pyjama pants if you want to. I found I quite enjoyed that.
And the music. Megan likes the music.
I found that I work better with music than television. Like sometimes you think, oh, watch a movie or whatever, but you just don't exercise in the same way. Do you agree? Or you don't really listen to music exercising,
I go
do
in my
you?
own zone. Well, you can't listen to music in the pool when you swim. Well, you can, those things, but it's not the same.
Lisa's from Northern Ireland.
Oi.
Hello. We haven't been there. We've been to Dublin.
Dublin.
That's about it for our accent, fortunately. Donna said, hey Megan, thanks for what you do and for being you. Motivation to get going and stick to it. Well, that's nice. I like a bit of a, you know...
Positive reinforcement.
Yes,
Keep it coming.
Thank you. We like that. Okay, Carol said...
Carl.
My question is, do you and Paul take any vitamin supplements? Oh, supplements. Here's my new thing. I've been waiting to share this at the right time because it is a big secret.
Let me in on it, Megs. What's the secret?
I saw on Dr. Oz that he said that taking cinnamon tablets would help your metabolism. Are we up for our 10 minutes yet?
Probably
just looking at
over.
Paul's phone that's turned off.
You tell me.
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Yep.
hang on. I don't want to interrupt this fascinating, scintillating story. So, Dr. Oz said cinnamon tablets help you with your sugar metabolism, right? So, we can't get it in Australia for some reason, or I haven't found it. Maybe you can, but I haven't found it. So, when I went to the States recently, I picked up a couple of bottles of cinnamon tablets. I have been taking 2 every day, and I am telling you the weight has started to drop off me. I don't know.
But the answer is vitamins, sometimes B12, sometimes magnesium,
Q10,
sometimes Q10, sometimes vitamin
D3.
C. And what else?
I take a few things actually.
Selenium?
No, I don't take selenium. I take D3, vitamin C, vitamin B. What's that one on the side?
Vitamin F. Big dose of that.
D, B, C, Q10, and fish oil. That's what I take. Who knows? I think they help, but you know what? That cinnamon thing, I think might be helping. I'm only a few weeks into it, so I can't conclusively say, but I am wondering if maybe I wasn't metabolizing sugar well because I feel like I'm less fluidy and I really feel like it's working.
So, next.
Who knows? Okay. That was Carol. So Claire says... Carol? No, Claire. Oh, that was Carol before. Claire. Hello. Claire says she's loving the fitness challenge. Claire has been one of our best fitness challenge people.
Where's Claire from?
She's from Australia and from, I can't tell you the exact suburb actually, but I do know Claire. I have met Claire in real life at a Jerry and Esther Hicks conference.
Cool.
And she has been one of the people who's been on the challenge. She hasn't necessarily done every day, and she's had times where she's gone off it and she's come back on, but she has found that by exercising at least 15 minutes per day, she's felt very motivated. And her weight's coming down and her inches are coming off, and she's feeling happy, which is what it's all about, isn't it?
Can't do better.
So she says, I try to do, and she says those little habits help build the foundation for doing bigger challenges as well. That's true. So what I like about doing just 1 mile every day is it's totally achievable. Like today, I had to go out, so Paul and I did a walk. I knew I had to get my 1 mile in, and it was achievable. It takes 10 minutes.
And the interesting thing with our kids, the kids are also heavily involved in it now too.
Yeah.
And
it's true.
It's part of their daily routine. And if, so Maxie can't do his sport and he starts going up the wall sideways. He finds it's relief.
Yeah.
And I do too, you know, if I'm having a stressful time at work or whatever, I go and do
Claire says it all here. She says start with something small and do what you love and the magic happens.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that, Claire. I reckon that's true.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
It does. It feels good. It's got to be part of your life.
Sheridan said, I would love to know how you keep your motivation going. We all have those burnout days. There are days when I do not want to do that run.
And that is when the discipline kicks in, because on the days that you don't want to, you know you have to, and you do it and you feel better.
Yeah. Even if it's just that 10 minutes.
Even if you don't want to do it.
Even if it's just that 1 mile and that's all you do for that day. It makes you do it.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm proud of myself for doing it for 5 months because I wouldn't have thought I would.
And you must.
Wait till I get to the end of the year and I tell you I've done every day for the whole year. You will all do it with me next year because you'll be impressed with yourselves.
We're not going to do it next year.
I'm doing it.
I'm going to commit to it next year. 2 miles.
I'm not doing that right now because then it's like, it's too much. But yes, I'm possibly thinking of doing it for next year as well.
What's the next question, Megs?
Nicole said, hi Megan, we've all become so good at multitasking and being able to do lots of things at once. What about slowing down in yoga and meditation?
Well, we've done the yoga. We did Bikram.
We've done Bikram, and you know what? I like it, but you know, the thought of an hour and a half is very hard because it's a big chunk of your day. By the time you get there, come home, you're like drenched, you have to wash your hair, like everything. It's a major deal. Bikram is a big commitment of your day, I think. You could maybe do that once or twice a week. But Paul and I have recently started Pilates, which is... It's great, you know, and when I'm running, I'm trying to think, turn those core muscles, and I'm trying to, you know, collaborate it all together.
Coordinate is the word.
Or collaborate.
Probably not coming quite as well today after the margaritas, but just keep manufacturing or fabricating words and sentences, Megs.
I think you'll find that everyone will agree that word worked there.
Where's Karen?
She's added a comment on later, don't you worry about
Karen?
that. Nicole says...
is that Nicole?
She said, Nicole... No, yeah, Nicole Ruff's wife.
Yeah.
who's like majorly inspiring.
She started running for training for a new half marathon today.
Oh,
she did
today?
She did
again.
16.
She's done one already.
She's committing to another one in July.
Yeah.
And she's done 16 and a
So
half
meditation,
days.
do you know what? I don't technically sit there and meditate, but I find that when I make my jewellery, I am meditating in a vague kind of sense, because I'm just in my own world and I'm just relaxed and not really thinking about anything. And I find that's very meditational. Is that another word for me? For me.
What's the next
question? Do you meditate? No.
Not really.
Are you doing bunny ears behind my head?
Come on.
I can't wait to see this back and see your facial expressions next to me. I have a feeling they're going to be like
pretty
that
good.
Sort of thing, yeah. Okay, don't do it again.
I didn't do it.
Jen said hi to Paul and Megan. Happy Saturday.
Hello.
Health and fitness, this is up her alley. She's exercised every single day for the past 25 years. Well, that is awesome. That's what she says. Oh, she had to have enforced time off after a C-section. But, you know, we can get over that. That's fair enough. Her daughter's now wanting to do it. She loves the feeling of the endorphin rush after exercise.
Yeah.
I mix my exercise between boot camp, running and exercise. I was going to ask you both.
What a
but
beast.
Kirsten beat me to it.
What?
Oh, we missed a whole question. We've missed a few questions. Kirsten said, what are our favourite forms of exercise? My favourite is boxing. I love it because it's mixed up.
Swimming, walking, skiing.
Oh, roller skating. I do like roller skating. We haven't been for a while. But boxing I like because there's like push-ups, there's running, there's boxing, you know, like with your arms, and there's sit-ups. There's everything in boxing. It's amazing. Paul hasn't turned the timer on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I love the best because it's so varied. Hang on, I'm just reading that. Oh, do you have an interest for alternative health therapies like acupuncture or osteopathy? Or do you think it's too unscientific? No, I don't think it's too unscientific. I think whatever works, works. And I think you have to do a mixture of Eastern and Western. Don't you?
Yeah. But we haven't needed it.
No. Touch wood.
So we sort of don't go there.
Yeah, but I am
to,
in agreement with doing everything. I reckon you try everything that's going to help you.
I've spoken to people who reckon acupuncture is brilliant.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't say that I'd
I
like
missed
that.
a whole lot of questions. I must have flung down super fast. Oh, I saw that look like... Yeah, everyone, are you watching? Okay, so... Don't be a smartass.
I'm not doing anything.
What exercise has transformed your body the best? I've never had a major transformation.
We're actually still waiting.
We're waiting for that. I reckon, but I do think boxing... When I first started boxing, I noticed a major difference in my arms and my fitness level. And I did lose 5 kilos, like within, I don't know, 2 months. Unfortunately, that hasn't stayed off, but I am still doing the boxing. I don't know.
Running when you ran hard, when you used to run harder than you do now. That was good.
But I was also younger. Like, how do you really know? In fact, a girl on the Facebook the other day, Eva, put this amazing picture of her. Have a look at my Jewelchic Fitness Challenge page. Amazing.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
She's showing her bum and her back, and she looks hot, doesn't she?
Oh, it's worth a look.
It's worth She looks really good, and it makes me want to do all those exercises she's doing. So she reckons she's started doing that, and that's made a big difference to her.
What?
I don't know, some Brazilian butt exercise, I don't know.
It's probably Zuma.
Whatever she's doing, I want it. So anyway, she's very motivated. What are you doing?
Here we go.
Tracy says to you, before you sit down, just stand behind me here. Tracy says, have you ever mastered my jumping jack exercise, 2211?
Yeah, but I don't feel like it.
He hasn't, Tracy, never. And I don't think he's ever even tried.
Yes, I have. Every time you have taco
She said, go
night.
on, Paul, show us, please.
No, not today. I'll keep you going.
She also said, Megs, you are glowing, she said. Do you drink lots of water? Do you know what? Just this week I have started drinking lots of water.
Is that the beautiful Tracy from Canada?
Yes, it is.
Tracy the guard dog?
Tracy the guard dog.
Tracy the old watch.
I have made a conscious effort this week for drinking lots of water, and I have been drinking a lot of water because probably from watching Eva with her great body said that when you drink more water, everything flushes through you.
You've had the.
I'll try anything.
You've had the water.
Flush through with
the water replacement
today.
The water replacement diet today.
I don't reckon I'm too bad. You'll have to let me know. No, you know what?
Do you want to drive today, later?
No, I never drink and drive even one drink. Ever. Don't drink and drive, everyone. I don't. You know I don't. Even if I had one glass of wine.
What's the next question?
Lucky I don't wear glasses and I can see this. I know that you're making faces. Kirsten says, what's your favourite form of exercise?
Swimming.
Boxing.
Swimming.
Okay.
Skiing. You know what? If I had the choice, I'd go skiing I'd go to America and ski for 6 months.
I don't find that as exercising as you do. Probably because you're better.
Yeah, if you go skiing, the difficult conditions or the heavy powder rather than the groomers. Oh, yeah,
okay,
I go skiing.
We're nearly finished. Karen says that she thinks that our Karen, who was missing last week, conspicuous by her absence.
She doesn't watch TV and have a wine, but she did admit to having a wine.
See, she would have had a margarita with me today. I should have called you up because we were close by you.
Or two.
Why not?
Where does Karen live?
Well, I think she lives down the beach way.
I thought she lived Hawthorne way.
Does she?
I don't know.
Karen, where do you live? Okay, she says, I think the healthiest thing a person can do is cultivate a sense of humour. True. She thinks that not just liking comedy, but being able to laugh things off, having an attitude about things are going to get better. I think that's true. I think a lot of your life is governed by how your attitude is.
Hope.
Yeah, and being happy.
Yeah.
She says, being an expert at preventing anger, resentful feelings, and just shrugging things off, finding the joy and laughter in life. So true, because there's a lot of crap in life, and it's great if you can just kind of get past it. I mean, seriously, when I have something bad happen to me, I really make the
Which is never?
No, that's not true. We all have stuff that happens to us. Even tragic circumstances, and you try to make sense of things, and you try to think, well, what's the message in that? I do. Are you telling me... Anyway, I'm not having that discussion with Paul right now because...
She's really biting today. You know, the bait that I'm using, it's invisible.
It doesn't have to be your experience, but you can look at other people's experiences and you can think, what's the lesson? That's senseless. What's happening? Where's the message in that? Because...
Is Karen the last comment? Is she?
I'm still talking about messages in things.
Is Karen the last comment?
No.
Oh.
Nearly.
She normally is, yeah.
She nearly is. Anyway, I think there's a message in everything. And we all go through terrible times. And sometimes you can't see any sense, and maybe you won't see it for 5 years. But the thing to remember is that, you know, there's got to be something good that comes out of everything, or a message or a lesson.
Hmm. So what's the
Would
next
you
question?
agree? You're brushing that off.
No. You just got to go on the journey sometimes, don't you? And you don't realise that things make you a better person after it. Because when you're right in it, it's tough. But you get there. And then once you get there,
and some things make no sense at all. And you know what? Some things may never make any sense, but you try to grab the joy out of that situation. You try to grab the best things out of those things. Like when someone dies, for example, you can't always see where the good is going to come from that. Can you? You can't really, especially if they're young. So you have to think, I'm glad they were in my life, or I'm glad this happened or that happened, and they taught me this or that. Because sometimes things really don't make sense. Carol said, I love the saying, your attitude plus your choices equals your life. No excuses.
100%.
Love that.
100%.
So it's all about choices. And in fact, I was talking to a guy about that last night. He said, we're so lucky, you know, he said, we're so lucky we've got this life and we're happy. And I said, it's all about choice. You can choose to do different things. You can choose whether you take drugs. You can choose whether you get in a car with someone who's been drinking. You can choose all those things. You know, I never drink and drive. I may well have had a few drinks today, but I would certainly never drive.
Oh, I didn't say anything. Yeah,
but you're looking at me like as if I would. But
is that the last question?
Yes.
What did you think of that?
Admit that. Just say that's true.
That's true.
I'm off to Dancing with the Stars tonight, everyone.
I'm
looking forward to it.
She is.
Sit down.
No.
He's turning the camera off right when I'm ready to chat, ready to have a big, discussion with you all. We did our bloopers last week. Are you going to... No, don't turn it off.
I was going to move it round.
Oh.
Look.
I haven't got the light on me then.
No.
Scary light?
No, I'm going to show them. Look. Jewelchic.
Don't be a smart ass. You're just showing them my messy room. We all know Paul, don't we? By now you know him very well. Bye everyone. Have a happy week.